These smell and look gorgeous. And they were so simple. Like, honestly guys, like fried wings can't get any simpler than that.
And welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Oyinda and this is Oyinda's Kitchen. If you're new, welcome. Please check out our last video. Make sure to like, comment and subscribe so that you can be notified every time we post. And if you're a regular or you're back from our last video, welcome back. We're so happy that you've come back to see what we've got next. In today's video, I'll be showing you guys how to make my barbecue crispy fried wings with a blue cheese dip. So the sort of wings we're doing today come from the sort of Korean style cooking wings. So it's a light double cooked batter as opposed to a KFC style crunchy chicken. So it's still crisp and crunchy, but it's not so heavy. That's the way I prefer my wings. So I'm going to show it to you guys for those of you who also like it like that. I've listed out the different ingredients that you will need and I'll show it also in closer detail. We've got some cayenne pepper, paprika, turmeric, flour, ketchup, soy sauce, Worcester sauce, salt, black pepper, brown sugar, corn flour, honey, white wine vinegar, blue cheese, spring onions and some wings. So here I have a bowl of wings which have been cleaned and cut. All I did was remove the tail and cut them in half so that we have the drumettes and the flats. I'll insert a little video showing you how I did that in case you don't know how. Into this bowl we're going to start with a little bit of seasonings. We're going to go in with about a pinch or two of salt, a pinch or two of black pepper. This just depends on how spicy you like your food. You don't need to over season the wings at all because a lot of that seasoning is going to come from the barbecue sauce, so the seasoning the wing just needs to be bare minimum. We're also going to go in with a little bit of paprika and cayenne pepper. Again, not too much because a lot of this goes into the sauce as well. That's literally all we're going to put into the wings. I'm now just going to pop on a glove and we're going to mix that all together. Another good thing about this recipe is that it requires minimal ingredients in the sense that normal chicken wings or buttermilk chicken wings require some sort of wet substance. So that would be buttermilk, double cream or a combination of milk and eggs. But with this sort of crispy wings, you actually don't need that at all. Like just the moisture from the wings is enough to be able to allow the coating to stick. So we've mixed that all in. You can see our wings are nicely coated with the seasoning. The next one we're going to do is move on to the flour. So the flour that we're using for this specific wing coating is corn flour. So you can use corn flour or you can use potato starch. Ideally, I would have liked to use potato starch. However, I don't think it's as accessible in the UK as corn flour is. So I thought for the purpose of this video, I'm just going to use what I know people will be able to find more. But if you can get your hands on potato starch, I would definitely recommend it. It just gives a more lighter and crispier batter. So into our flour, we're also going to add a little bit of black pepper and salt. Again, you don't need to add too much because we already have added that into the wings, but just if you like a little bit of extra flavour. Just going to mix that in. So after mixing that in, now what we're going to do is toss our wings into the dry mix. I'm going to have a rack over here, a wide rack, and I'm literally going to place each of the wings onto this rack once they've been coated. So you can see mine, wings, flour, and then into here. Again, I'm going to pop on a glove. And I guess this process is made so much easier for the fact that you don't have that wet mix with your fingers getting all sticky in the process. Just makes it slightly easier. You can do it one by one or you can put a few in at a time and just toss it around in the flour. So that's what I've chosen to do, put a few in and toss it around in the flour. Make sure to dust off the excess coating of the flour, sorry, because you don't want it to be like just unnecessarily thick. Like the batter is really supposed to just be really nice and light. So after coating each one, just dust it off and then lay it onto our rack. Okay, so that's all our wings coated. We're just gonna leave those to rest, and the next thing we're gonna do is move on to making the barbecue sauce. Before we do that, I am gonna preheat our pan of oil, just so that can be piping hot before we're ready to use it and just speed up the process. So the next thing we wanna do is move on to making our barbecue sauce. So I've got a saucepan here, and I'm just gonna put the heat on for that. So the barbecue sauce does include quite a few different components, but nothing that you won't be able to find in the standard supermarket. So I'm just gonna let you know what they are, or on the ingredient sheet you'll be able to screenshot everything. So we've got some ketchup here, some soy sauce, dark soy, some white wine vinegar, some Worcester sauce, some mustard, some honey, some cayenne pepper, some paprika, turmeric, and some brown sugar. What we're gonna do is stir this. And as it cooks, you'll see it take into that dark brown color that we're looking for. It will get really nice and sticky, and it will be really nice and sweet as well. And that's literally how you make the barbecue sauce. So I'm just gonna leave that with the lid on to simmer. So the next thing you wanna do is start frying your wings. So our oil has been heating up for a bit, so it should be good to go. I'm just gonna test it with one piece of parsley. If it sizzles like it did, then we're good to go. So here's our wings, and we're just gonna put them in one by one. So this is the first fry. Remember, we're gonna double fry these, so you're looking for them to just get a nice light golden color. Then we're gonna remove them before we put them back in for a second fry. I'm checking on our barbecue sauce here. I can see that it's bubbling up, and it's literally done and ready. And you can see it's got a really nice silky consistency. And we're literally gonna take this off the fire, and definitely don't want it to burn, otherwise that burnt flavor will be all over the sauce we don't need. We're gonna set it off the fire into a bowl and literally wait until our wings are ready to be coated. So this is after the first fry from the first batch of wings. The second batch of wings are still frying now, but this is the sort of light golden color that we're looking for after the first fry. Remember, we are gonna fry them again, so they will get a little bit darker and slightly crispier, but at the moment they are exactly what we're looking for. So now we're going to move on to the blue cheese sauce. For that we have some blue cheese here. I purchased this from Asda. Blue cheese absolutely stinks. And to be quite frank with you, the idea that this is actually mold and it really puts me off. So it's not a cheese I would eat myself, but for the purpose of the sauce, that's why it's needed. But all I'm doing is I'm just literally chopping this up. It's quite a crumbly cheese anyway, so it will break away quite easily. Oh, that stinks! Oh my days. Okay, yeah, that's what you do. Make sure you wash your hands. The next thing you want to do is start on the blue cheese sauce. So again, I've got my sauce in here, which I'm just going to put on. And the first thing you want to do is melt a little bit of butter in that pan. I'm just going to melt it down in our spoon. What we're going to do is add in our flour. And then we're just going to whisk this.
Then we're gradually going to add in our milk and continue to whisk until you have like a smooth sauce. This is a similar process to how you would make mac and cheese.
You can see that sauce getting hot, so now you want to go in with the blue cheese that you just crumble up. And you're literally just going to let that sit in there, and eventually it will start to melt and form the blue cheese sauce.
As you can see here, the blue cheese has melted in really nicely to the sauce and literally created the sauce without really doing anything. Now I'm just whisking it to ensure that I can get rid of any lumps that might be there. But now this does smell a lot nicer. It doesn't just stink like the blue cheese would.
Okay, so the wings are finished cooking, our blue cheese sauce is made, our barbecue sauce is made. The last thing we're going to do is combine the wings with the barbecue sauce. So here we have the wings, just going to put all of those into a dish. Then you're going to get your barbecue sauce and you are literally going to pour that all over it. And you just want to toss that about. Again, I think the gloves might just be slightly easier because using the spoon, I don't want to knock away at the crust. I'm just going to use a glove to just nice and gently toss them into sauce. And you want to make sure that you get all of it covered. Like, you don't want no half-hearted covered wings there. Fully covered. Just make sure put all the way in there. So nice. I can honestly just sit down and eat it by myself. Woo! So this is literally done. Now I'm gonna plate it up with our blue cheese sauce and we're gonna see how amazing this looks. So here we have our wings. As you can see, they are covered to perfection, and now we're just gonna plate up. I've just got a little saucepan here, not saucepan, sorry, a little dish, and I'm just gonna add some garnish to the bottom of that dish. The garnish I tend to use a lot is just Wild Rocket, nice and spicy, nice and bright green, and just adds a nice sort of layer of color to the dish. Blue cheese dip, we are just going to put into a little bowl. And that's just going to go in the center of this beautiful bowl of wings. And then we're just going to garnish that with some spring onions. We are done. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed it and I hope that the steps have been nice and easy for you to be able to replicate. If you do, be sure to @me, my Instagram, so that I can see your wonderful creations. Please comment down below if there's any meals you would like me to cook. Like, comment and subscribe, share this video to whoever, and be back next week for a new video. Bye!